So evening, my lovelies, just begin lying down or seated, whatever feels right for you after your day. It's nice if you have the lights low, just a candle or a salt lamp. It encourages a nice relaxation. So however your day has been, this is time for you to just melt into your mat. Tune into your body and yourself now. Put everything else outside the room. So just start following your breath. Follow the sensation of the inhale and the exhale. Maybe the temperature around the nose. As you breathe in, slightly cooler, and as you breathe out, it's just slightly warmer. And aware of all the parts of the body that move as you breathe. Send your roots down into Mother Earth. This is always a lovely thing to do throughout your day, whenever you feel a little bit upset, ungrounded, annoyed at something. And then, when you're ready, if you're lying down, maybe just take a full body stretch now. Take the arms overhead. Take a breath, and then when you're ready, you can hug the knees into chest. Take a moment here, don't rush through it. Just rock on your back. Roll in circles and just feel the outer edges of your back. Whether you're holding any tension, tightness, even pain. And observing Satya and Ahimsa throughout your practice. If there's a pose that doesn't suit you, please, by all means, adapt it in some way or come out of it completely, resting or choosing another pose that you know does benefit you. It's always most important to listen to your own body. So gently come up to seated. We'll always start a yin class with a nice meditation. It just sort of sets our energy, sets the scene for our practice. So come onto meditation cushion, or maybe just sort of resting the buttocks on a cushion, whatever feels comfortable for you. This evening we'll do a practice which I really love. It's called Peace Begins With Me, and it's a mantra and a mudra. Mantra is the what we repeat in our mind, and the mudra is related to the hands. So what we do is we just rest the back of our hands on our thighs, and we bring each finger towards our thumb, and we say, peace begins with me, as we touch each fingertip to the thumb. So I'll pop the timer on for about 5 minutes perhaps. We can rest our eyelids closed, and then I'll just talk it through a few times. So first finger to thumb, and then all the others. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. So just carrying on, touching the fingers to the thumb. Mantra and mudra. Relaxing and softening your body. Relaxing your face, all your muscles around the eyes. Really feeling an awareness of the fingertip touching your thumb. Staying with the mantra and mudra. You may hear noises, the fireworks. Just stay with your practice. And if you want to, just before we come to the end, just rest your hands in your lap. Just carry on with the mantra a few more times. And then we'll just take one more breath, blinking our eyes open, coming back from our practice. Just notice when you stop doing the mudra with the hands, whether your mind wanders off more a little bit when you're just repeating the mantra in your mind. Doing the two things together does keep you very focused. Okay, so we're going to come into a pose called oyster to start with. So oyster is a seated practice. It's like crossing your legs, but not quite. So bring your legs in front of you, but almost take the right shin to the front and the left shin behind. But they're almost like they're parallel in front of you rather than tucked under as you perhaps sort of imagine sitting when you're little. It's called oyster. So imagining that there's a lovely pearl in the middle. You'll feel it a little bit more in the hips because of the way the legs are at the front. So just gently, just explore leaning into this. Start upright. And then gradually as the body starts to relax and soften, you can just tilt and just enjoy softening. Feeling a very gentle stretch around the hips and the buttocks. Really try and relax your calf muscles and your inner thighs. And bringing your awareness to your breath in the belly. Allowing the breath to move from belly to chest and softening your shoulders. Perhaps starting to feel that sort of stretch starting to deepen. And just gradually you might find a little bit of space to soften further into this pose, just leaning. Keep checking if there's any tension. And then gently we'll come up, just take a breath, lift up, just feel that lovely release that you get around the sides of the buttocks and hips and thighs. We'll come into Shavasana in between, even though we're going to swap the legs over, which is a very small movement. I just want you to feel your way out of the pose first. And just take a moment to lie back. Let your back soften and relax, and just, if you need to, wiggle your hips, wag your tail. And just feel perhaps any sensation of chi moving through the outer legs or the inner legs. Sometimes it feels like coldness or tingling or warmth. Relax your tummy, really relax into your lower back, and just release here as well. And then gently, when you're ready, let's draw the right knee in, then the left. Have a little hug. And then rolling up, other side. As I say, this pose is you barely really move anything for the other side. So we're going to come back into that cross leg position. The left shin is now in front, right leg behind. It can be the smallest of movements when you change the position that perhaps can give you a little bit insight into tiny imbalances into the hips, into sort of the left and the right side of the body. So again, just rest your hands at your sides and soften into this, leaning forward as you wish. Belly breathing, breath to chest, soften shoulders, head and neck. And so just observing now where you do feel any sensation. It might be in a very different place this time. It might be more intensified. Keep relaxing. What do you feel in this pose? What emotions come up for you? Enjoying that lovely stretch into the lower back. And just gradually, every now and then, if you find that there's a little bit more movement forward, then explore it. If it's too much, come back. Some days you'll be on the softer end of your threshold. Other days you'll really enjoy sort of pushing in and feeling the deepness of the stretch. So we'll take 1 or 2 more breaths, just feeling and remembering how it feels this side compared with the other one. And then we'll lift up and we'll slowly come back. Only about 3 minutes in those particular poses this evening. But as you come out, just feel that lovely refreshing sensation around your sides. Let's come down. Again, just rock your pelvis, move your body gently just to find a comfortable neutral spine. Noticing all the lovely chi moving around the sides of your lower body. Where else can you feel chi moving? Maybe the outside of your shins, parts of the calf muscle, inner thighs. That's a nice pose for liver and kidneys. So bringing these in, we're going to come up into swan. Take a few moments. I'm just going to invite you, if you find swan too difficult, then you can come into reverse swan. It's like pigeon, where you have one foot across the other and you can either rest here or hug the knee towards the chest. We also call this threading the needle. So that is reverse posture. But if you're fine with swan, come up. Now this is where it's nice to have a cushion. We're going to bring the right knee forwards. It's going to be bent. The left leg extends behind you. The right foot just rests in front of the left thigh. Grab your cushion and just pop it under the buttocks, because it's a lovely way just to be able to relax, not hold muscular activation. And it stops us sort of rolling over a little bit as well, keeping the hips nice and squarely forward. Now, if this pose gets too intense, you can always come out. It's nice to start in upright swan and enjoy just softening into the pose, that little curve into your lumbar back. This gives us a nice stretch through the front of the body. And when we're on the hands, we're stimulating the lung and heart and the large and small intestine, meridians in the arms. But when you're ready, come onto your elbows if you wish. You can stay on your hands. If you've got a block, you can use a block for your forehead. But as you come down into this lower position, just really start to continue to relax. Notice if the belly muscles tighten, the abdominal muscles, and try and relax as you breathe. Just being aware of your knee, and as long as that's comfortable. Try and relax your shoulders and your head and neck. Whether you have a block or not, you can just let the head rest forwards. Just allowing your body to surrender into this pose. Relaxing shoulders. Feeling a lovely deep stretch into the buttock and thigh. This is wonderful for your stomach and your spleen meridian as well. Keep relaxing the abdominal muscles as you breathe. And then we'll just gently take a few more breaths. Lifting the head slowly and then coming up. Just swivel yourself round so you can come back onto the mat. And as you release that right leg out of that compression, it feels lovely. You're going to feel tingly through the leg and the foot. Have a nice sigh as you lie back. Feeling all the fluids through your body start to flow again, and also the chi. Try to relax the abdominal muscles, the sides of your waist, your lower back. Just being curious as to how one side feels so different from the other at the moment. Where do you feel the most sensation? Or is it fading away now? Let's draw knees in. Again, no rush, just have a lovely rock on your back. If you need to roll in a few circles both ways, it's nice to feel into the edges of the body. And then we can roll up for swan the other side. This time, left knee bends, right leg extends behind. And then again, use your cushion. It really helps you to relax and not have to keep certain muscles activated. So a lovely stretch for the hip flexors here. We can start upright. Let your belly relax, buttocks. Notice if you like this pose or not. Some days you'll like it, some days you may not. How does it feel in the moment? And then we can just gently come down when you're ready. Only if you want to, you can stay up if you want to. A block for the head. Maybe we'll relax the neck. What does the pose reveal to you about yourself? Does it feel a struggle or a challenge tonight? And where in life does this feel the same? Can you slowly rotate your awareness around your body, being curious as to the different things you feel and how they change as they stretch? Noticing your breath, whether the belly's tight, softening upper arms and shoulders. And every now and then you might find a little bit of space for some movement. That's fine. Keep breathing to belly, opening up through the chest and back ribs. And then we'll take one more breath. Lifting up slowly. This is one of the poses that I love to come out almost in slow motion. Savouring each little sensation as you release. And especially the lovely flow that you get through your left leg now. Chi flowing, inner thighs, perhaps into the pelvis, around the groin. Around the knees. Just relaxing your back to the mat. As you let your chin tuck in a little, you might find the spine just shift shape a little bit. So just observe your thoughts. What's going through your mind? How comfortable are you being in your own thoughts? And then gently, we'll bring these in. One at a time. And take a nice moment to just massage your back. This time on the mat that you have is so precious. It's just time for yourself. It's time to think, to feel, to connect with your breath, body and mind. Tune into the emotions. And so we'll come up. So the next pose we're going to come into is something called gazelle. This, because we've had the hips open across the body, we're going to rotate the hip in the opposite direction. So we start seated, and then we're going to just tilt yourself to the left and bring your leg back, almost like the hurdling kind of position. Now your knee, if it is more comfortable to be higher up, that's fine. You can take it level with the hip. Some people may even be able to extend the leg round behind you, but for me, it's a little bit more comfortable just out of alignment, a little bit forward of my hip. And you can just rest one hand in front and lean into your left arm. You don't have to be upright if you just need a little bit of a tilt. Just be very aware of how it feels around this hip and thigh area. And then just relax, let things settle, soften the hamstring. Again, another lovely stretch for around the knee. Check in whether you're tight in your abdomen. And just keep noticing what you're feeling, where you're starting to feel other sensation and stretch. And if now and then you get the feeling that you can take your leg a little bit further back and you want to explore that, then you can. If it doesn't feel right, just come back to where you felt okay. Keep relaxing, just keep checking through your buttocks and your thighs. Every now and then you might notice tension just creep back. It's not often we take our leg into this position. We're quite perhaps used to crossing our legs, so the hip rotating in the opposite direction. So let's just take one more breath. Gently lean to your left so that you can release your right leg. Just swing round, come back into Shavasana. Take your time. And now just observe. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Relaxing through your back. You might actually feel sensation into the left arm that you were leaning into. Inner arm is lung and heart. Sometimes it just takes a few moments for that sensation to sort of marinate and come out through the body. So just, this is why we have these moments here. And so when you're ready, bringing knees in, gently rocking. And then coming up with an open mind and curiosity as to how the other side will feel. So start off seated, right leg extended, left leg now. Just lean to your side as you bring the leg back into this rotation. If your body starts to scream in pain or anything like that, come out of it completely. Just lie down or rest in a resting pose. Notice if this side feels very different from your other side. Sometimes our hips really have a different sensation of rotation. You might have to lean back more. It might feel different through the knee. So just be aware. You might find you're a bit more of a fidget one side. Just coming into a place where you can settle. Definitely for me, each side feels very, very different. Relaxing, just notice if the sides of your waist are tense or your tummy, shoulders. And just thinking whether you like this one or not. Sometimes when you're in the poses, you may not like it, but the after effects feel quite nice. Approaching 3 minutes here and just aware of whether it feels different from the start. Let's take a breath. Again, just gently lean to your right, quite generously if you need to, and then release your leg ever so slowly as you straighten out through the knee. And then we can just come down. And then just exploring, perhaps it feels quite sort of airy and spacious around the hips. Moving the muscles and ligaments in a very different direction from what they're used to. Encouraging blood flow, healthy flow of energy to the joints. Noticing how the knees feel. And so just bring the knees in now, have a little rock. We're going to come into cat's tail. It's a lovely twist and it's one of my favourite ones. This is where you might like a pillow. for your head. So join me on your right hand side. And if you lie on the right hand side and it feels a little bit awkward around the hips and the thigh, by all means, just grab a blanket, just a soft, kind of low blanket. Just give yourself a little bit of extra padding. It's quite nice. So we're going to lie on our right hand side. And we're going to bring the left knee over, in line with our hip, a little bit like recovery position. Now, with your left hand, can you bend your right knee and grab your right foot? If you can't, don't worry. It's not all the part of this pose, just part of it. But if you can grab, it's nice because you get a lovely stretch around the knee and the quad muscle. Don't worry if not. And then you can just have the head resting here. Sometimes you might want to use your hand to cradle your head, but the pillows are quite good. And then from here, we just roll that left shoulder back. So it's a twist. If you are holding your foot, just have a nice loose grip, nothing too tight. Everything is about relaxing and becoming passive in yin. Check in with your buttocks. Quite often we start here and we're tight through the waist, the buttocks and the lower back. Just start to relax. Relax your neck and head. If you need to lessen your twist, then just roll your body back upright a little bit. So really just tune into where you are most comfortable here. Lovely deep breaths into the belly and just following where the breath moves in your body. If anything feels awkward or painful, just come out. Keep relaxing the buttocks, sides of your waist. Try and relax your head and neck. This is lovely for your digestive system. And don't be surprised if your tummy starts talking back to you. So just take a few more breaths. Enjoy the last few sensations here. And then releasing your foot if you're holding on to it. Bring your body upright, sort of onto your side again. Releasing your leg, and then you can just roll onto your back nice and slowly and gently, lifting your body so that you come down in a nice safe manner to let your spine realign. Just take a few breaths. Time to observe what you feel, where you feel it, what you feel through the right side of your body, the left side. And then we can bring these in. Little rock. If you want to
draw the head up towards the knees just to stretch a bit more through the back. That can feel nice.
And then I'm turning to the other side just so I'm facing you, but come onto your left. So same again, lying on your side. Use some padding under the hip if it feels a little bit too hard on your surface. And then as before, light recovery position, bringing your right knee over, just placing it comfortably on the floor. Right hand grabs left foot. And then this is where it's nice to have this pillow, just to support the head and neck. Rolling that right shoulder back to whatever degree feels right for you. One side might feel very different from the other, so you might not want to come as far back, or you might go further. Relax your buttocks. Really try and loosen up in that lower spine and the sides of your waist. Notice if you're tense in the backs of your thighs. Holding onto your foot, just try and relax into that hand. Nice loose grip. Relaxing your face, just check in with the muscles in your cheeks and your jaw, around your forehead. What's going through your mind now? How does this pose feel? Does it feel different as you stay here? Get better or worse? Just noticing all the muscles in your back that you're moving in a different way from perhaps day to day. When you breathe, which parts of your body move more? So let's just take a few more breaths. Release your foot, slowly extend your leg out, just being aware of how the knee feels. Roll onto your left side and then just gradually make your way onto your back. Just having a few moments here. This pause between the poses to just feel into your body. You might find the cold little chilly parts now through your chest and your ribs where the chi is moving. Very subtle, but now and then noticeable. Keep relaxing. And so now we'll come into relaxation. If you want to stay lying down, you can do. But if you want to bring your knees into chest just for a moment to rock out any sensation. If you want to come seated, you can. This is where it's a good time to pull on socks and hoodies and pull all your blankets around you. More than one if you need it. Support under your knees if you're lying down. Perhaps sometimes even a little cushion for the head or blanket behind the head can feel nice. So as you relax there for a little bit longer, enjoy this time, this permission to just be in your body. Perhaps you heard some of the fireworks going off, or you could hear them around where you are. Just let your eyelids close and just take yourself back to perhaps when you were a child and you saw fireworks. Some of them shoot up with big swirly whistles and then pop into pinks and greens. Others make almost like a bomb-like bang and then splutter into beautiful waterfall, all golden and silver and white lights just twinkling down. Some fireworks pop like an exploding flower. Pink, red, green. All in unison lighting up the sky. Perhaps you remember Catherine wheels, which years ago used to pop onto a tree and it would swirl and swirl and swirl around. Can you remember the smell? That smoky smell. Perhaps you can tune into playing with sparklers, standing there with one or two in your hands and just swirling them around as they sparkle all the way down. Following the lines of your sparklers, writing in the night sky. And then almost a thing of the past now would be the guy on the bonfire, Guy Fawkes. Months would be spent as children sort of making this, clothing them. Maybe you'd go to a friend's house or your own house, or there'd be a big event where the big bonfire was lit. In your mind's eye, can you see the faces of the people around the fire? Shadows, the brightness flickering on their faces. That feel of autumn, the release and the winding down of the year. And just have a few more minutes just thinking about what you can release, what you can let go of with love, what no longer really serves you in life. So very gently now. No need to move. Just bring your awareness back to your breath. How do you feel after your yin practice? An evening practice, rather than morning and perhaps a more energetic hatha. How our lives are very yang and busy, and how yin complements our energy in that way. So just gently, perhaps start to wiggle fingers and toes. And then maybe a full body stretch. Allowing the body to yawn or release in other ways. Drawing knees in. Take your time, enjoy rocking on your body. And then in your own time, just coming up to seated. Moving slowly through the rest of your evening, just keep the yin energy flowing through you. And then we can bring our hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.